Welcome back to another episode of the Hermit Poetry Series. I'm Neil Aitken, and on this channel I read poetry, mostly work by contemporary poets, occasionally poems of my own, and once in a while poems from the past. Today's poem comes to us from Philip Levine, from New Selected Poems published by Alfred Knopf in 1991. This poem is entitled Lost and Found. A light wind beyond the window, and the trees swimming in the golden morning air. Last night for hours I thought of a boy lost in a huge city, a boy in search of someone lost and not returning. I thought how long it takes to believe the simplest facts of our lives, that certain losses are final, death is one, childhood another. It was dark, and the house creaked as though we'd set sail for a port beyond the darkness. I must have dozed in my chair and wakened to see the dim shapes of orange tree and fig against the sky turned gray, and a few doves were moaning from the garden. The night that seemed so final had ended, and this dawn becoming day was changing moment by moment, for now there was blue above, and the tall grass was streaked and blowing. The quail barked from their hidden nests. Why give up anything? Someone is always coming home, turning a final corner to behold the house that had grown huge in absence, now dull and shrunken, but the place where he had come of age, still dear and like no other. I have come home from being lost, home to a name I could accept, a face that saw all I saw and broke in a dark room, against a wall that heard all my secrets and gave nothing back. Now, he is home, the one I search for. He is beside me as he always was, a light spirit that brings me luck and listens when I speak. The day is here and it will last forever, or until the sun fails and the birds are once again hidden and moaning. But for now the lost are found. The sun has cleared the trees, the wind risen, and we, Father and Son, hand in hand, the living and the dead, are entering the world. And that was Philip Levine, Lost and Found, from New Selected Poems. This is actually the very first book of contemporary poetry I ever purchased for myself. This actual physical book is. I bought it years ago as an undergraduate, having freshly returned from 2 years in Taiwan, resuming a degree in, at that time, computer engineering. But that moment I had not realized I was going to probably change my degree to computer science and mathematics, that I would, in a few years from there, start taking creative writing workshop classes while I was finishing that degree. And that the idea of pursuing an MFA and other degrees in creative writing would be planted in my mind at a later point. But in that moment, in that used bookstore, browsing through the shelves, looking for something to inspire me, something to acquaint me with what was happening in the world of poetry, I stumbled on this book. And I didn't know anything about Levine. I didn't really know anything about contemporary poetry. But as I read through that book and leafed through those poems, I recognized this was a voice that I wanted to know, whose poetry really hit me, that made a connection. And it did. It changed my life. It seems grandiose to say now, but it was a life-changing moment. And I believe that literature has that power. Art has that power, and poetry has that power, that sometimes a chance encounter with the right poem, with the right voice, we can find ourselves on a whole new path, and we can imagine a different world than we're in. So I'm grateful for those encounters. Today is my birthday. It is also the anniversary. It's been several years since my father's passing. He passed away on my birthday, as it would happen. And so every year is an opportunity to look forward and to look backward and to reflect on what I've learned and what I've gained, the legacies and inheritances that I bring with me, that my father passed on to me, as well as what am I doing to create something for the future. What am I writing? What am I building? I'm thankful for the Hermit Poetry Series. This project has provided me with many hours and opportunities to delve into the world of poetry, to reflect on what is magical and real and what is miraculous about our encounter with poetry. And I hope in some small way that these readings allow you to rekindle your faith in the power of language to effect change. If anything, to inspire us to think differently, to feel deeply, to be reminded that we are human beings and not just machines going through motions, but that we're part of a large conversation that can point us outward and upward into better places. So here's to poetry. Here's to each of you. Here's to this project. And here's to many more years of working together on various things to create more beautiful poetry, more art, more experiences. So thank you all for being a part of this, and we'll be back again soon, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. If you want to check out and learn more about Philip Levine, please do. There's a description in the video that contains a bio, as well as a link to where you can purchase the book, as well as a list of other projects and series I'm working on. If you want to support us, just hit like on the video or subscribe to the channel or share these videos as links in social media. Encourage other people to check out poetry and to discover something that connects with them. And maybe you too will be inspired to write, and we'll see something from you in the near future. So until next time, stay safe and well. Keep reading, keep writing, keep being a part of this great conversation of poetry, and we'll see you again in the next video. Stay safe and well. Until then.